Today we're going to be talking about why Modern Mojang is, well, it says sucks in the title, but they can get better. Let's just get right with the big one, Cave and Cliffs. If you are new, which a lot of you probably are based on the last video, thanks for that by the way, be sure to subscribe. And anyways, I'll actually get to the video now. I think, personally, in my opinion, where this all sort of changed, or where the perception of Mojang really changed, was with Cave and Cliffs 1.17 through 1.19 basically. It pretty much is just Cave and Cliffs Part 3. That's where I think everything really started to go downhill. Because I think a lot of people actually liked 1.16, the other update. I think it's really after that, when first it was split into two updates and people kind of understood, then both updates felt lackluster because they were half updates, but then we found out they're not really half updates because now we're getting the Warden 3 updates in since it's been revealed, which I think has really changed the perception of Mojang. Speaking on the Warden, I think the Warden started out honestly as one of my favorite mobs potentially in the game, and now I'm not really a fan. I think it being overpowered, there's nothing wrong with that, where it can like almost kill you in netherite at first, because it's all based on, hearing. You can use snowballs, walk on wool, stuff like that. But now it has a ranged attack, which is just as powerful, maybe stronger than their melee. So it can kill you from afar now. So running is not an option really. That's where the issues start to come in with the Warden. So now you have a mob that doesn't really drop anything, so you're supposed to run. But now if you run, it can still kill you. What option do you have? I mean, there's some gapples down there, but there's really no reason to go down to the deep dark anymore. There's no reason. That's the issue with the Warden, is there's no incentive really. There's some gapples, cool. I can get those elsewhere in other dungeons. It's not really worth to deal with a mob that can like 2-tap me and then I lose all my gear. It's not worth it unless you want some skulk blocks, which you can find elsewhere. They're not necessarily just in the deep dark where the Warden generally spawns. So there's no point to go down there, which is the only big feature in the wild update. So what's the update for then? So 1.19 feels like a filler update. What else is there that is, wrong with it? Well, a Birch Forest rework that was kind of promised, but admittedly not fully promised, but shown as if it was going to happen. A Birch Forest rework didn't happen. It's not happening. Fireflies are now gone because now they care about, being realistic in block game, where there's a Hell's Dimension that you can get through with a portal, or get to with a portal. You can go to the end, which doesn't feasibly exist IRL, where that's not realistic. There's no gravity for most blocks in the game, no physics. We're being realistic now, cool, whatever. Fireflies are gone now. What's mangrove or trees exist, I guess. There's frogs. That's about it. There's not much going on. I mean, a birch rework would be more, beneficial than fireflies, but removing both, or not doing both, whatever you want to call it, has made this update a fourth of an update at this point to me. It's a wild update with a biome, a single biome, technically two if you want to count the deep dark. When 1.7 we got 10 biomes, all very unique. It's depressing, it is. Regardless, this isn't the only thing that I have issue with when it comes to Modern Mojang. Let's talk about the mob vote. Now, getting the community involved with a mob vote and biome vote as well to a certain extent is a good idea. Just a vote every year, let the people decide what they want in the game. That's a great idea to get the community involved. However, it also has divided the community to a not necessarily unrecoverable amount, but the damage has been done. Let me explain. Now, unlike the biome vote where they said every biome will eventually make it into the game, when it came to the mob votes that have happened so far, the losers are never getting into the game. That's the way they've made it sound, it's what they've said. Only the winners, which has so far been the Phantom, the Glow Squid that no one likes, and the LA, which will be dropping in 1.19. Honestly, the most hype part of 1.19 for me, I'm not even gonna lie. But regardless of my opinion on that, saying that when you've already divided the community with a vote means the people who lose are gonna be upset, because now they're never gonna see their favorite mob, whether it's Moobloom, Iceologer. I was an Iceologer fan, by the way, in case you were curious, or any of the first mob vote, or any of the recents with the Copper Golem, and the green blob that no one really cared about. When it comes to a vote, you essentially isolate parts of your audience, but generally the option is still there to add that mob. But when you go out and say to these people, These are not getting added to the game. Only the winner is. Now, in their mind, okay, well, my new favorite mob, the Moo Bloom, for example, is never getting in the game. Now I'm gonna project my anger towards Mojang and probably a green blob named Dream, but that's besides the point. We're focused on Mojang. They're now gonna be angry at Mojang when Mojang said their new favorite mob, or whatever, their new most hype mob, whatever you want to call it, is now never gonna be in the game. Now, can things turn around for Mojang in the future? Of course they can. You could change the mob vote. At least just say, hey, the losers of the votes can get in eventually. You change that, you give people some hope. You don't necessarily have to add them, but leave the option open, because there's some generally cool mobs that have lost these votes that could be added to the game. And, you know, 1.20, like I said, it could be a very big update. They could take the time to actually make it a solid update and not split it into 3 and then add one extra feature besides the Cave and Cliff stuff. You know, that'd be great. They can turn things around. Will they? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have much faith after the last 2 years. You can only blame the spooky scary computer virus for so long. People have been generally opened up for the last year. They could have, they could start. The start could be here after 1.19, because 1.19 isn't going to be the start of the change. It'll be what happens after 1.19. I do hope things turn for the better, because Minecraft's my favorite game of all time. I still play it nearly every day, at least for a little bit. Not as much as I used to, but still I love to hop on, just play on a server or a world or whatever. I hope the best for the game and for the company that has helped forge it for many years at this point. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I don't have much else to say on the matter. I will be doing a 1.19 video once it's dropped. I'm going to try to get it out as soon as possible, and then we'll experiment with some more content after that. I do enjoy making these little rant videos about Minecraft and other games, so I may continue to bring them out as well. It allows me to make more content for you guys, and also, you know, get my little commentary fill here. I also have a second channel if you want to subscribe to that, but we're really trying to get this main channel to 500 to get community posts, and then hopefully the big 1K if we can make it that far. But anyways, thank you for watching. I'm gonna let you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, like I said, and peace.